Hi everyone, welcome to Harsha Trainings. In this video, we are going to cover what is functions in Python, defining and calling functions in Python. Let's move on to this session 4.
Yeah, good evening everyone. In the previous class, we have started about what are conditions and what are various types of if conditions we have seen. Then we went to for loop and also discussed about several examples using that. Okay. Now, today I wanted to discuss about other loop, while loop. Then I'll discuss other statements, break, continue, and other statement. I'll do some examples. Then I'll go for loop. Okay, and functions. Now, in the previous class, we have done for loop. The second loop that is supported by Python is while loop. Okay. Now, let us look at the syntax for while loop first. While is a keyword followed by expression. Okay. Here, if the expression returns true, I will execute this block of statements. Okay. I'm going to execute this block of statement until the expression becomes true. Okay, for example, when the expression becomes false, what will happen? Simply we will come out of the while loop. That's it. Okay, now let us discuss a point. The while loop in the Python is used to iterate over a block of code as long as the text expression is true. Whenever this text expression becomes false, then we will come out of the while loop. Okay, but one important question in the interview is when to use while, when to use for. That is the most important concept. Okay, in the interviews they will ask when to use for loop and when to use while loop. Now let me discuss this small condition. Okay, we generally use this loop when we don't know the number of times we are going to iterate the loop. Okay, for example, let us take for loop. For I in range of 5. Here I know that this loop will be executed until the values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I know predefined this loop. This loop will be executed for until the variables are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But in while loop, I am giving some condition, but I don't know. Okay, until all these expressions becomes true, I will execute one statement or set of statement. Whenever this expression becomes false, I will come out of this loop. Okay, while loop will be used regularly. Okay, until the condition has been satisfied. Whereas for loop I will use in my programming. I know that this statement will be executed for certain number of times. Whereas while loop here, I don't know how many number of times it will be executed. Okay, got it? If you say, okay, I'll go for a small example with this. Now, let me explain it with a paintbrush. Same program I'm explaining. I wanted to print sum of first 10 numbers. Sum of first 10 numbers. Okay, first 10 numbers using while loop. So what is the meaning of sum of first 10 numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are called as first 10 numbers. Is it okay? 1 plus 2 plus totally, if I add all the numbers, I will get output as 55. How we will get output 55? Let me discuss. Now, initially, I have taken number equal to 10. My starting number I equal to 1, starting number equal to 1. And n is the ending number. I have to add the numbers from 1 to 10. So I have taken the first number I equal to 1 and I have taken the end number n equal to 1. Okay, na? Apart from that, in order to store sum, I have taken sum equal to 0. Is it okay? These three variables. Hello? I need some response from the session, Sunday, please. Now, I'm checking the condition while I is less than or equal to 1. What is the meaning? 1 is less than or equal to 10. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Then what I'm asking, sum equal to sum plus I. Earlier sum equal to 0. Now sum plus I equal to 1. 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Then I am incrementing I plus 1. Now I will become 2. After the first iteration, sum will be 1, I will become 2. Okay, na? Now this is first iteration. In second iteration, what we are doing? Now 2 is less than or equal to 10. It is also true. 2 is less than or equal to 10. It is also true. Okay. Now, what is happening? Sum equal to sum plus I. Earlier sum equal to 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then I will become 3. Why I will become 3? Earlier I will be 2. Now I will become 3 here. Sorry. Earlier sum equal to 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Equal to 3 after second iteration. But I will become 3. Is it okay? Now in third iteration, what will happen? 3 is less than or equal to 10. Okay, na? The condition becomes true. Then I'm adding this 3 to this sum. Earlier sum equal to 3. 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Now, like this, fourth iteration, fifth iteration, until I will all these conditions are satisfied. Once the number become 11, 11 is less than or equal to 20. Then only the condition will become false. Whenever the condition becomes false, it will come out of here and it display sum equal to 55. Now, look at the logic for a few minutes. If you find any difficulty, you please tell me. I will explain once again. Can you please respond? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one student is asking, please help me out with the session link. I think NVS, he is there in the class. Regularly, I'm using same link, Andy. Please, we have not changed any link. Okay, kindly follow the same link. Okay, na?
No, sir. I'm given to another student.
Outside student. Hello.
Sir. In group section.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay, man. Very good. Very good. Very good. Please. Now, shall I continue? Now, if this logic is okay, shall I execute the program? Look at here. Now, if I execute the program, I'll get 55. Now, if you can ask one question, Andy, please. Now, why I have kept this print statement after the while loop? If I put this print statement here, what will happen, please? If I put this print statement in this block, every time the value will get printed. Look at here. I wanted to print the sum of all 10 numbers after completion of this entire loop. So I have kept this for loop, this print statement outside of this block. So until I will complete all the 10 statements, then only the sum will get printed. Clear for you? Can you please respond?
Sir, I have a last doubt.
This is one block. Okay. All these two statements will be executed until this condition has been satisfied. Whenever this condition becomes false, it will print this statement. Will you agree?
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
Now, next, yeah, please. And the next 10 minutes, I want everyone please be silent and listen carefully. And the next topic is very, very important. Please. Now, kindly give me enough scope to explain this concept, please. Let me take a pen and explain. Now, most of the cases, actually, I will write some set of statements sequentially. Okay, now I will write some set of statements sequentially. Okay. Now, let us look at now. Python has two statements. One is break, and another one is continue. These statements are there in all programming languages. These statements are used for altering the flow of control. Normally, the first statement will be executed, then second statement, then third statement, fourth statement. Sometimes there may be a condition. I may want to alter the after third statement, I have to execute seventh statement. After seventh statement, I should execute ninth statement. That means we may want to alter the flow of control of the loop. Okay. So loops iterate over a block of code until some condition has been false, as we already know that. Okay. Either while loop or for loop, they will be executed until the condition becomes true. Okay, na? Whenever the condition becomes false, what it will do, it will come out of this loop. Okay, but sometimes we wish to terminate the current iteration or even the whole loop without checking the dot. Now, sometimes without checking all the conditions, I wanted to terminate my loop. Okay, then I will use a statement called break. Now let me discuss about the break statement. Terminates the loop it by default. For example, I'm executing some loop. Okay, I'm executing some loop or condition. In between, if I give a statement called break, what will happen? It will terminate the condition and it also terminates the loop. It simply comes out of the loop. Is it okay? That is what the break statement will do. Now, if the break statement is inside the nested loop, what is the meaning of nested loop? For example, I will write one for loop, another for loop I will write inside it. This is called a nested loop. The break statement will terminate inner loop also. Now, let me discuss with a small example. Look at here. For I in range of 1 comma 6, range of 1 comma 6 means it is going to generate 1 2 3 4 5 numbers. Okay, now 6 will not be considered, it is excluded. Okay, now initially what will happen? We are here, yes, I have some elements in the sequence, so in operation returns true. Whenever in operation returns true, the first element 1 will be copied to I. Now, what is the condition? Now, this is outer loop. Please look at carefully. This is outer for loop and this is inner if condition loop. There are two blocks. This is block 1 and this is block 2. Now, we will enter into the if condition. If 1 double equal to 3. Now, this is false. If this condition becomes false, this break statement will not execute. And what is the next statement after if? It will be inside the loop of 1. This will be executed, the first statement. It is print inside the loop of I will be 1 here. Now, second, 2 will be copied to I. Now, 2 double equal to 3. Still, the condition becomes false. So, it will go to the print statement inside the loop of 2. Now, 3 will be copied to I. Now 3 double equal to 3. Yes. Here this condition becomes true. Whenever this condition becomes true, I will be calling a statement called break. Whenever I call the break statement, it simply comes out of the if condition. It simply comes out of the for loop and it simply executes the outer statement. Whatever the statement that are outside of this for loop, it will execute this one. Now, please understand the logic if it is okay for you. If not, you please tell me, I will explain once again. This is the most important concept, Andy. Please, can you please respond?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay or is it good or need to explain?
It is good.
Yeah. Is it okay for everyone or only for Rajkumar? Ram?
Yes, it is okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, let me go for second statement. Continue statement. Now, another statement which will be used in either conditions or loop is called as continue statement. Now, when we use the continue statement, it is used to skip the rest of the code inside the loop. Okay. Now, loops here, if I use continue statement, loop doesn't terminate, but it continues to the next iteration. Okay, now please remember this point is more important. If I use break statement, it will exit from the condition and exit from the loop. Whereas if I use continue statement, it will not terminate, but it continues to the next iteration. Look at the same statement. Now I'll discuss with a small example. Now, range of 1 comma 6. Here I have numbers 1 2 3 4 5. Initially 1 will be copied to I. 1 double equal to 3. It is false. Okay, so continue will not execute. Now it is going to print inside the loop of 1. Okay, this statement execute. Then 2 will be copied to I. 2 double equal to 3. False. Once again it is going to print inside the loop of 2. Then 3 will be copied to I. Yes, 3 double equal to 3. The condition satisfies here. Whenever the condition satisfies here, it is going to execute this continue statement. Now what the continue is saying is, it continues with the next iteration. What is the meaning of next iteration? What is the meaning of next iteration? Now this number will become 4 here. Now 4 will be copied to I. Now 4 double equal to 3, false. So it is going to print inside 4. Then inside 5. It is only skipping this printf condition whenever the condition becomes true. That's it. Clear for you? Hello? Can you please respond?
Yes.
Now, I wanted to do some examples in Jupyter Notebook to have better understand about continue and break statements. Please kindly participate in the discussion, please. For example, for letter in Python, here I will call this as string. Okay, a string is called as group of characters. Now let me copy it into Paintbrush and explain more. Now just give me 1 minute. Now here, this is called as a string. This is called a string. A string is nothing but group of characters. Group of characters. Group of characters. Okay. Now, once again, I'm reiterating, range function is going to generate a sequence of numbers. Okay. String object is going to generate a sequence of characters. So this is also stored in the form of continuous location. P, then Y, then T, then H, O, N. All these characters will be located in the memory continuously. Okay. So shall I call it a sequence? Now, here, when I have elements in the sequence, in operation returns true, the first character P will be copied to variable called as letter. If letter P double equal to N, no, no. So break statement will not execute. I will print P. Then Y will be copied to letter. Y double equal to N, no. So it is going to print Y. Then it is also print T. Then H will be copied to letter. H double equal to H. This condition is true. Whenever this if condition is true, I will break the statement. That's it. The output will be terminated. This PYT will be the output. Will you agree? Can you please respond?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let us run this statement. PYT. If you want to print this in a row fashion, give it as and equal to. That's it. It will be printed in a row fashion. Okay, now let us concentrate on a continuous statement. Now let me clear this. Now let me execute the continuous statement. Now first of all, P will be copied to letter. If P double equal to H, no. So continuous statement will not execute. It is going to print P first of all. Then Y will be copied to letter. Y double equal to H, no. Print Y. Then T will be copied to letter. T double equal to H, no. Print T. Then H will be copied to letter. H double equal to H. Yes. Whenever this condition becomes true, I wanted to call continue. Whenever I call continue, it will go to the next statement. The next statement is O. O will be copied to letter. Then print O. Same print N. Once all the characters are completed, in operation return false, it will comes out of the for loop. Okay, now what is the output? Except H, it is going to print all the characters. Clear? Can you please check it out? You got the difference between what is break statement and what is continuous statement? I need response from everyone, Andy, please.
Yes, it is clear.
Now, if it is clear, I want everyone should practice this example. I want everyone should tell the output of this one. Can you please do it in your notebook? Can you please? This logic. I'll put it in the paintbrush, please. Just wait for 1 minute. I'll display the logic. Yeah. I want the output of this logic. Just you want to. First, we are taking variable equal to 10. Variable is equal to 10. Okay, now we are initializing a variable equal to 10. While variable is greater than 0. In first iteration, 10 is greater than 0. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Once it is true, then I will execute all this will be one block of statements. All these statements is one block. This is I will call the block 1. Then if condition is another block, this is another block, block 2. Okay, now block 1 is different and block 2 is different. Now shall I remove this? So look at here, I wanted to print that variable. What variable I'm printing? I'm printing 10. Then variable equal to variable minus 1. Earlier variable equal to 10, the variable minus 1 means 10 minus 1 is 9. I am checking the condition. If variable double equal to 5, 9 double equal to 5, no. So break will not execute. Then once again, the second iteration, 9 is greater than 0. Here variable is 9, it is true. Some of you, one of you are doing some noise. Can you, Ram, could you please mute yourself? Now, 9 is greater than 0. Now I'm printing the value 9. Then I'm reducing minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 double equal to 5? No. So break will not execute. Now, third iteration, 8 is greater than 0. Okay. Then I'm printing the value 8 here. Then I'm reducing 8 minus 1 is 7. Like this, next one number 6, next number will be 5. Here, when variable 5 double equal to 5, it is calling a break statement. That's it. Once you print 7, 6, that's it. Whenever it encounters break statement, it is not going to print other statements. Is it okay? Are you getting me? Now, let us come back here and it is going to print 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 5 will not print here. Is it okay? That means the variable becomes 5. It is breaking the condition. It is breaking the loop as well as condition. It is simply coming out. After coming out, I am printing simply close. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
If I want to create next statement, if you should give simple print without having any data, it will go to the next statement. Okay, na? Is it okay for you?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now I want output from you and please. Can you please tell me the output of this logic? Let me put it in the paintbrush. Yeah. I want everyone should tell me the output of this one. This logic, please. Can you please respond? For letter in Python, if letter double equal to H, then print it. Now, tell me the output of this one. It is a single statement. Within 1 minute, you can tell the output. First, P will be capital letter. If P double equal to H, no. Y will be capital letter. Y double equal to H, no. T will be capital letter. T double equal to H, no. H will be capital. H double equal to H. Then only I'm printing. Only the output is H. Okay, na? Hello?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I want echo also. Every time I myself is saying the answers, please. It should come from you also from next time onwards. Okay? From next question onwards. Now, can you please tell me the output of this one? This block. Very simple. If you think in a different way, you can say the answer in 1 second. Can anyone say the output of this one?
Sir, the single quotes.
Yes. It is not at all a single quotes. Actually, here there is no data. So the for loop will in operation will return false itself, first instance. So it simply comes out of the for loop and it is going to print end. That's it.
Yes.
Okay, na? It will not enter into this print statement. Look at here. It will not enter into this print statement. It simply prints end. Okay, na?
Okay, sir. I thought that the for later in any single quotes.
No. Actually speaking, this print statement will never execute. Okay, please. Now,
Okay, sir.
yeah. Let us go for one more example. Now, it will be with continuous statement. Please tell me the output of this logic. Let me put it in another paintbrush. Now, please tell me the output of this one. This logic. Initially, variable equal to 10. Now, variable 10 is greater than 0. Yes. Now, 10 is greater than 0. It will enter into this block. This block. This is one block. Okay, na? Now, variable will become 9 here. 9 here. And does 9 double equal to 5? No. It is going to print 9. Then Then 9 is greater than 0. Yes. Variable 9 minus 1. So the variable will become 8. 8 double equal to 5? No. It is going to print 8. Then print 7, 6. But if variable will becomes 5, I am asking to continue. Is it okay? When the variable will become 5, I'm not printing that variable. So it is going to print 9876 except 5. It is going to print all other variables. Clear? Except 5. When the variable will become 5, we are asking the machine to continue this logic to the with the next statement. So except 5, all other statements will get print.
How, sir? Except
Hello?
if I remaining is not equal to 5. No?
Except 5 remaining all not equal to 5. Na?
Okay, sir. 4, 3, 2. Okay, sir.
Okay, na? Okay. Is it okay for everyone?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please. Now we will go for some application program. Till now we have seen loops and conditions. Now let us do some programming. Okay. Now all these programs yesterday we have completed. Yes, this is this example I have not completed yesterday. Now let us do this. Now I wanted to write a program. Now let me. Can you please tell me whether this font is okay, or shall I increase the font?
Sir, increase
Now,
the forms.
yeah. If I increase, it is going to next line. That's what I'm doing this. Okay. Now, write a program that prints out all the numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. Right. Look at the statement. Write a program that prints out all the numbers from 1 to 10. In order to print 1 to 10, what is the range logic for loop? For I in range of 1 comma 101. This is okay. Up to here, the code is this one. Is it okay? Now, next one is now that are divisible by 3 or 7. Now, I wanted to take every number. I should check whether that number I is it divisible by 3 or 7, but not divisible by both 3 and 7. So, I'm reiterating this logic. Let me put it in the paintbrush for more explanation purpose, please. It needs more explanation. Okay. So, up to here, everyone understood. We need to run the loop for up to 1 to 100. So if I want to run the loop for 1 to 100, this is the logic. 1 comma 101. Here 101 will be excluded. So it will take numbers from 1 to 100. Then my condition is whatever the value I'm storing in a variable called as I, it should be divisible by 3 or 7. What is the logic here for that? Look at here. Let me remove this. I mod 3 double equal to 0 or I mod 7 double equal to 0. It should be divisible by 3 or 7. Okay, na? The logic is I mod 3 double equal to 0. Divisible means mod 3 equal to 0. I mod 7 double equal to 0. Next condition is but not divisible by both. But not means I should use not. I mod 3 double equal to 0 and I mod 7 double equal to 0. If any variable I satisfying these two conditions, then only I'm printing them. Are you getting me? Now, look at the logic. Okay. Now, I wanted to cut this logic for few minutes. I wanted to print only the numbers up to here, divisible by 3 or 7. So, let me remove this logic for few minutes. Then, what will be the outcome? Look at here. I mod 3, that number I, it should be divisible by 3 or 7. Divisible by 3 or divisible by 7. Is it okay? Now, if I want to make a small correction, divisible by 3 and 7, same number, it should be divisible. Here, I will use and symbol here. Then the logic will be only these are the numbers, they are divisible by both 3 and 7. Clear for you? So you can change the logic as per your wish. Are you getting me? Now, I think you got the best subject, how to use or operator, how to use and operator, how to use and not operator. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Now, next one is a little bit typical one. Kindly understand the logic, please. First, read the statement. Write a program that generates five random numbers. In between 0 and 1. Yesterday we have discussed the logic to generate five random numbers. I have to import a random module and I should use a function called randint. Now, what is my first statement? I should generate five random numbers. So, range of 5. That means the loop has to be executed for 5 times. The statement further. Then, my next question is I should generate either 0 or 1. Now, look at here. I have a function called random integer, either 0 or 1. Here, both 0 and 1 will be included. Okay. So, whatever the number I am generating, that I am storing in a variable called as r. This statement is completed here. Now, whenever I generate a 0, then I am going to print a question mark. If I generate a number 0, I should print question mark. Look at here. If the remainder equal to 0, I am printing question mark. Now, second condition, if I generate a 1, I am printing asterisk. If remainder are equal to 1, I am printing asterisk. Got it? My job is done. Look at the logic. Each and every statement. Is it clear? I want some response from you. Clear or not? If you are silent, how can I understand? Hello?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. I thought that this opinion for everyone. Okay. Now I'm moving ahead. Now, let us take one more problem. You look at here carefully. I wanted to write a program that generates 10 random numbers from 1 through 9. For that, what is the logic? I should generate 10 random numbers and I wanted to generate 1 through 9. I wanted to generate random numbers 1, 9. That's it. Then I wanted to have a condition. Print out all 50 numbers in one line. Okay, I'm printing all the numbers in one line. Okay, in order to print one line, I should use comma and equal to single quotes. Okay, now then I have one more condition. Then print out how many are 5s. How many numbers are 5? If a number is generated, I'm asking if r double equal to 5. I'm incrementing a value counter. Initially, I have taken 0. Whenever I get 5, I'm incrementing the count plus 1. That's it. My job is done. Out of 10 numbers, how many 5s are there? 1, 2. So my outcome is 2 5s. Clear? Hello?
Clear, sir.
Now, I will stop this discussion here and I wanted to start a new topic called functions. This is what we should know, everyone. Now, I will give some assignments after the session. Okay. Now, if you permit me, I will close this session and I'll start a new session on functions, please. If you permit me, I will do that. Can I?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please. Just give me 1 minute. Let me open that functions. If you are good in functions, you can do better programming. Okay. Just give me 1 minute to open it. And let me open the Jupyter notebook also. Functions. Yes. Yeah. In the meantime, let us start our discussion with what is a function. Okay. I'll take 10 minutes theory. Okay. This 10 minutes theory I will take, then only I'll go for examples Sunday. Okay, please. Now, I'll ask some questions. I need some response from you. Till now, how many functions we used? Mostly print function and input function. Then we use eval function, then int
Type.
function, float function, then any other functions?
Type.
Then which one, Andy?
Type.
Yes, very good. Type will give us the data type. Then id function, id will give us the unique value of that variable.
Is
I think
instance.
which one, Andy?
Is instance.
Yes. Now all these functions are called as built-in functions. Built-in functions with Python of Python. Now, if you give me 1 minute time, I will showcase what are the different functions we have in Python. Okay. Now, just give me 1 minute. I'll go to python.org. This is the only the website you should trust, okay, to learn anything. Okay, go to python.org. Okay, now python.org has a documentation. Please, I will showcase okay, built-in functions in Python. So always you should trust only one library, one location. It is called as look at here, docs.python.org. Here you have the correct one. Okay, these are the built-in functions that are supported by Python. Use it carefully. Now, out of this, we have seen some functions in our programming. Okay, float we have seen, eval we have seen, length we have seen, print we have seen, power we have seen. There are some functions we have seen. All these are called as built-in functions. Okay, every function will do a specific job. Clear for you? Please, can you please respond? Now, I'll ask some questions. I need some response from you, please. Now, my question is, every function is taking some inputs, please. Every function is taking inputs. And is it returning any value? I need some output. Every function. Now, if it is a function, if you call this as a function, every function is taking some inputs. Okay. Now, what is the input for print function? It is a string. Input for print function is string. Output is also a string. Okay. Now, every function will take an input and it produces some output. Now, eval function takes input as string and it produces output as numeric. Okay. Like that, every function has its own logic. Can I know what is the logic they have written in the print function? Now, anyone tell me how many lines of code they have written for doing input function? No one knows. This is called as a black box. We don't know what is there inside in it. Is it okay? But simply we are using the function by simply passing the input and getting the response. Okay, now? This is what the built-in. There are 60 plus built-in functions are in Python 3.10 version. Recently, they have released Python 3.11 version also, but still it is not in the market. Okay, you can trust either 3.9 or 3.10. Okay, in 3.9 we have 60 plus functions. Out of that, 10 we have already seen in first 3 to 4 classes. Now, can you please respond? Every function, is it taking an input and is it producing an output? Now, if anyone asks you what is the logic behind here, no one knows it. This shall I call it as black box? I know simply how to give input and how to get output. That is the logic of built-in functions. But apart from that, please, functions allows us to group a number of statements into a logical block. Now, what I will do is, now I'm writing some set of statements in my program. If I want to group some set of statements as a logical block, okay, for example, these 100 statements, if you consider this as 100 statements, I will make it as a group. Okay, I will make it as a group, and I will give a name for this. I will give a name for this. Whenever I wanted to execute this block of statements, instead of calling all 100 statements, I will simply call with the name of this function. Whenever I call with the name of the function, all these 100 statements will be executed and it produces some output. Is it okay? Can you please respond? Now, in programming, functions returns to the named sequence of what is the meaning of named sequence of operation? Now, just now I told that these 100 statements will be given a name. Now, these statements will perform a sort of output, is also called as computation. Okay, now any function in any language will produce some output. That is, you can also call it as computation. Okay. Functions are used to provide modularity. Now, a large program can be divided into small modules using functions. Every module can be written with 1 or 2 functions. Okay, now we communicate with the functions through a clearly defined interface. Every function has a name. Look at here. In print is a name, input is a name, eval is a name, int is a name. Every function has a name, and which takes certain parameters to the function, which takes some input, and which receives some information back. That is called as output. Will you agree? Now there are various functions are there in Python. The first one is built-in functions. Just now we have seen them, which are integral part of Python, like a print function, input function. They're always available without any additional effort. I can call them by providing input and output. Now, the second kind of functions are called as user-defined functions. I'm doing my project. My project doesn't has any support of built-in function. I can write my own functions. Those functions are called as user-defined functions. Clear? Whatever the functions I am writing for my specific purpose, those functions I will call them as user-defined functions, which are written by the users for the users, and we can write our own functions and use them freely in our code. Okay, now I'll stop my discussion here and I'll enter into what is a user-defined function. Shall I go? Okay. Now, in order to write user-defined function, it is a two-step process. It is a two-step process. Okay. First one is define the function. I should define the function. Define the function. Okay, now. Second step is call the function. If you want to write your found function, you have to follow these two steps. Call the functions. Now, in order to define the function, the syntax is def. You have to use this keyword called def, followed by unique name, function name. You have to write any function name. Then you have to write parenthesis is mandatory. Then colon. Then I have to write some set of statements. Okay. Now these set of statements are part of this block. Clear? Now I told you that these set of statements I will give a name. Okay. This is the name. Okay. Here I have given the definition. Def is a keyword followed by function name and parenthesis. Now this is here I will provide some inputs. Okay. Are you getting me? Then I should end with colon. Whenever you call this function, all these statements will be executed one after another. This is called as defining the function. Okay. Second one is, once if I have the function, then I should call it by using simply function name. Whatever the name I will give here, I can call it function underscore name. And here there is a parenthesis. Here I will call with arguments. Okay. All also called as parameters. Okay. Parameters. The inputs which we are providing, this is called as function call. Whenever I call this function, I will go here and I will execute all the statements. After executing all the statements, I will go to the next statement of the function call. Okay. This will happen in the programming. Is it okay? Everyone understood the logic till now, whatever I have discussed? Can you please respond? Now, let us start how to define a function. For that, def is a keyword followed by function name and the parameters. Parameters are also called as inputs. Now, these inputs I'm providing to the function. Then, when you call this function, either I will execute all the statement. All these statements should be indented. Okay, indented, indent. Okay. In programming language C, C++, for Java, we will give block. Okay, now definition is a keyword. This marks the beginning of the function. Now, followed by function name, it should be a unique name. Then followed by parameters. You can call this as inputs, you can call them as parameters, you can call them as arguments. That means the values which you are passing to the function are called as parameters in terms of parentheses. These two are parentheses. And finally, I should end my function definition with colon. I should end my function definition with colon, followed by some set of just a minute, followed by some set of statements. Just a minute. I don't know why it is moving up. Yeah. Is it okay? All the statements should be intended either with one tab or 4 spaces. Okay. There are sometimes I will write a keyword called return. If I want to return some values from this function definition back to the calling function, I will use a return statement. I will discuss return statements in the next coming slides. Is it okay? I will wait for a few minutes here. If you have any queries in this function definition, I will clear the queries. If not, I'll go to next slide. Can you please respond? Now, second step is how to call the function. Okay, this can be called as function call. For that, simply type the function name and appropriate parameters. That's it. My job is done. There is no semicolon. How to call the function? Function name and parameters. Now, I wanted to discuss about 2 to 3 important note points about function. Now, whenever I call this function, what will happen? It will go to the function definition and it will execute all these statements and it will come back to the next statement. Okay, that I will discuss now. Here, I wanted to discuss what are parameters and what are arguments. Parameters and arguments. Now, Python supports 2 different kinds of parameters and arguments. Okay, first one is formal parameter. Formal parameters or formal arguments. Second one is actual parameters. Actual parameters, also called as actual arguments. Can you please respond? Now, for example, in function definition, look at, let me go back. In function definition, now here, in function definition, whatever the, just a minute. Whatever the parameters I have given, these are called as formal parameters. Formal parameters. Formal parameters always declared in function definition. Okay, now here in function calling, I have some parameters. These parameters are called as actual parameters. Actual parameters has to be declared in function call. Formal parameters are declared in function definition. Clear? Now, if it is okay, I will discuss about the 3 note points. Now, there should, is it okay, Monday, up to here? If it is okay, clear, then I'll discuss 3 note points. Is it okay? Now, first note point. There must be one-to-one correspondence between formal parameters in the function definition and actual parameters in the function call. What is the meaning of that? For example, if I pass 2 parameters in the function call, I should have only 2 parameters in the function definition. Please. If I have 3 parameters in the function call, I should have 3 parameters in the function definition. Whatever the number of parameters, actual parameters, formal parameters also should match. This is about the first statement. Okay. Now, second statement is when we call the function, the control flows from function call to the function definition. Whenever you call the function, the control will move from this current statement to the function definition. Okay. Then note point 3 is once the block of statements of function definition is executed, then control flows back to the calling function to the next with the next statement. It will come back to the next statement of the function call. Okay. Now I will wait here for a few minutes, please. These are the most important concepts. If you are good in these three concepts, please, I can make you to do best programming. Okay. Hello. Can you please respond? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now this is the important and what is a return statement? Okay. A return is a statement used to exit the function and go back to the place where we have called. Okay. The basic syntax of return is it is available in two versions. Return with the expression. Sometimes I will only use simple return. Okay. When this expression returns true, I will return it back. Now, for example, if there is no expression, this one. Now, for example, if there is no expression, it is going to return none. Let us discuss with a simple example. I have a function definition called message, simply message. Okay, na? Definition message. Here I don't have any parameters, and function definition ends with colon, and I have only one statement. Don't use return statement, please. Print hello, that's it. Now if I want to call this function, I have a function called simply message. Whenever I call this function, it will go from here to function definition and it will execute the statements. After completion of the statements in the function definition, it will go back to the next statement of the function call. Is it okay? When you invoke a function, what is the meaning of invoking? Invoking means calling. Python remembers the place where it has happened. Then it jumps to the concern location and it will execute the body of the statements. Reaching to the end of the statement of the body, it will come back to direct to the next statement of the function call. Clear? Hello? Can you please respond? Yes. Now, the point is, very, very important point is, okay, now you can ask one question, sir. When I call a function, now please, one thing, actually, first of all, you have to write the function definition. Okay, it should be known to the memory. It should be known to the memory. Okay, then only you have to call it. First, you should not call it, then you should not define it. First of all, you have to define the function, then only you are eligible to call. Okay, now you must not invoke a function which is not known to the moment of invocation. That means if I don't write the function definition, if I try to call, it is going to generate exception. Okay, it raises named error. Understood? Hello? Hello? Now let us discuss with some Jupyter example. First example. Now look at here. First of all, I am defining a function. My function name is message and I have two statements. Now first I should run this first. It should be known to the memory, then only I can call it message. This is called as function call, then call it. My job is done. After calling this function, whatever the statements I will write, those statements will be executed one after the other. Okay, clear? Actually, don't use this high function. It is also not required. The statement is also not required. Now define a function and call it. My job is done. Clear for you? Hello, this is called as function definition and this is called as function call. Now after executing this function definition, it will go back to the next statement of the function call. What is the next statement of the function call? This is after function. Is it okay? Now with this I wanted to stop the today's session, please. Now next few minutes I will wait for questions.